Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. Justice Sikri of Supreme Court, he made a very serious comment yesterday, and that shows the seriousness in his comments and how the people of the country, especially the earning class of the country, how much they are non-serious with respect to the payment of the taxes. So there is no doubt that we have a system for collecting the taxes. But the point is that how seriously the people are paying the taxes, that is very important. Justice Sikri made a clear comment saying that, so we earn the money, but we don't like to pay the taxes. Shame on us. So this is the statement that was used by Justice A.K. Sikri, and he is very much right with respect to his comment. So basically, see here, so we have a taxation system, and the people who are earning beyond a particular limit, they are expected to pay the taxes. So of course, I'm not just talking about income tax, but otherwise various taxes the people they try to evade. And if you try to evade the payment of the taxes, obviously the revenue generation for the government will be hampered. So if the revenue is not there for the government, how the developmental activities will happen? On one side, we blame the government for not performing the activities properly. On the other side, the people don't pay the taxes properly. So that is the reason why. So this is a debate, not of today. So this is a debate that is happening for quite a long period of time. On the other side, the other comment is that lots of money is going away in the form of the corruption. So the people who are paying the taxes, whether each rupee is being utilized for the proper development of the nation or not, majority of the money that is being diverted in the form of the various scams and corruption. So meaning there is a serious lapse in the whole system. But the government of the day has to take certain measures to fill up all the gaps and see that the system is on the track. And for quite long period of time, we are discussing about Aadhaar, and you have a system called PAN card system, that is a permanent account number. Now the government has decided, seriously see here, sometime back, government tried to link every scheme to the Aadhaar. But Supreme Court interfered in the year 2013. Frequently, Supreme Court is saying that the schemes should not be linked to Aadhaar. Whether a person is possessing Aadhaar card or not, he should be eligible to get benefits out of the schemes. So, but the latest one with respect to, in the view of the government, in order to make it more clear, if anybody is applying for the PAN card, that is permanent account number, that should be linked to the Aadhaar card. Nowadays, you may be aware of this. I also discussed with you many number of times that Aadhaar is being linked to various, these accounts, like maybe our bank account or something. So now, so the latest amendment that we made to the Income Tax Act is that for the issue of this PAN card, Aadhaar has to be linked. And obviously, people have started raising the questions, and the people have questioned the government, and they submitted the petition in the Supreme Court. And on this particular one, the Supreme Court made a comment, Justice Sikri I'm talking about, that we don't pay the taxes, and it is the legislature, that is a parliament, which will make the law to make the system to be on the track. So what is wrong in this? That is the reason why, of course, the arguments did not complete yesterday, but the things are going to be made very, very clear very soon. Right, and Justice Sikri is also said very clearly, once this PAN, Aadhaar card and PAN is linked together, it is very difficult for the people to escape. That's really a good thing, in fact. Very difficult for the people to escape. And he also made, this in a humorous manner, he said something. A boy at the time of marriage, he is considered to be wealthy, and he poses himself as a very wealthy candidate. And after a period of time, when there is a separation, when the divorce take place, and the wife will file a petition for the maintenance charges, and all of a sudden the person will become a pauper. So like this, so when you're speaking something, you talk about the money, and when it comes to the payment of the taxes, you talk in terms like a, like a pauper. So this is a very serious situation. Of course, it is happening in the country for quite a long period of time. Hopefully, the government is taking the better measures, and the people of the country are expected to cooperate with the government, at least after a period of time, after a long period of time. So there is a moment in the whole system, maybe economic system, financial system, political system, some better things are happening. And of course, we have a judiciary, and whenever there is a violation of any fundamental right with respect to making any law by the parliament, yes, we always have the judiciary for our rescue, right? And hopefully the Aadhaar and PAN card link that has to be settled at the earliest, and see that the revenue flow will be increasing to the government. But otherwise, the amount of money that is being earned by the people and the taxes that are being paid to the government, so there is no match at all, right? So that's one point. And please follow this one. And the students who are appearing for the civil service interview IAS 2016 interviews, ongoing interviews, there may be a question: what is your opinion on Aadhaar PAN link, right? So please frame a better answer. Now, now I would like to say something with respect to Sensex. This is sensitive index that shows the domestic market levels in the country. And for the first time in the history of India, I think every day you will come to know about the Sensex. Every day that appear in the news, right? The Sensex has increased, the Sensex fell down like this, Sensex mark fell down like this. You will read in the newspaper. And whenever the Sensex points are increasing, the people who invested in the share market, they feel happy because the value of their shares is increasing. It's a very good sign. Of course, that is not just limited only to the domestic developments, but now, so the global developments are also affecting this. That is the reason why sometimes we'll see a sharp increase in the, this Sensex mark, and sometimes, sharp decline in this Sensex mark. That all depends on, these various aspects. So yesterday, in France, the presidential elections are going to be held, and there's going to be some positive indication is there. That is the reason why, the global markets have improved, and accordingly the Sensex also gained some points. And for the first time in the history of a Sensex sensitive index, otherwise called BSE 30, meaning 30 companies are listed in this. All right. So for the first time, it crossed the 30,000 mark. So whenever it crossed 30,000 mark like this, so maybe 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, maybe in future it will be 35, 40, 50, that will keep on increasing, but it takes time. And whenever it is happening, that will become important for our examination point of view. Clear? So otherwise, when it comes to the share market, otherwise you call, stock market. So this is the place where SEBI comes into the picture, and you talk in terms of Bombay Stock Exchange, Nifty. So many are there. It's a very, very large subject. As and when, so these things are there in the news, we'll have a discussion, right? But otherwise, I'll also have a plan to, share some information with respect to share market separately. But kindly remember, share market is very, very lucrative, very, very lucrative. By looking at the, the amount that the people are getting, some common people will also get tempted to invest in the share market. But you have to be very, very careful while investing in the share market. Right? So listen to me very carefully. You have to be very, very careful while investing in the share market. At any time, it may be going up. At any time, it may be going down. Only the people who are completely into that, so they can understand what exactly may happen. Clear? Accordingly, they will sell their shares or they will purchase the shares. That is the reason why. So that is not a cup of tea for everyone. That is not a cup of tea for everyone. So hence, so be very, very careful until and unless there is a strong support of the people who are already there, right? Genuine people who are already there. Only then, so you better go forward. Otherwise, stay away from that. Okay, next. So I would like to show you some points with respect to Sensex. Look at this. Sensex stands for sensitive index. Anything may be a question. Please look at the points carefully and clearly. This is because it crossed 30,000 mark. The term Sensex was coined by Deepak Mohane. So he's a stock market analyst. Kindly remember, it may be a question, especially in the banking exams where economics is related, banking is related, then you may, finance is related, you may get this question. So this is also called BSE 30. For the first time, it crossed 30,000 mark. Please remember that, including the date also, because these are all the landmark things. And it happened on April 26th, 2017. That is yesterday. It happened yesterday. And what exactly the BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, shows? It shows the pulse of the domestic market, how exactly you are moving. And the index is calculated on the basis of the free float capitalization method. This is calculated on the basis of a free float capitalization methods. Look at other points. The Sensex touched 1,000 mark. Look at this. Now I am at 30,000. Sensex is at 30,000. It touched 1,000 mark for the first time in the year 1990. It happened on July 25th. And it touched 10,000 in 2006 on February 7th. It touched 20,000 in 2007 on December 11th. And it touched 30,000 almost after 10 years, in the year 2017. It happened yesterday. Please remember this date. Okay. Next. So now, you have a concept called this income tax. But with respect to tax on farm income, tax on agriculture income, should it be taxed or not? If you look at India, almost every political party in the country, they speak in favor of the people who are into agriculture. There are so many people who are considered to be poor farmers, right? So, and with lots of difficulty, they gather the money, and it's very difficult for them to get the loan from the banks. Hence, they go to the money lenders and otherwise the small financial agencies, and they will take the money and they will invest the money in the agriculture. If everything is going on well, that's fine. But in India, so we have the erratic monsoons. So it's very difficult to, this predict the monsoons. Sometimes there may be, there's too much of rain, and sometimes, there's a drought. So, but whatever it is, finally, if the crop has not developed properly, definitely the farmer is the loser. At the same time, the loan burden is also increasing on the farmer, and it's becoming very difficult for the farmer to pay it back. That is the reason why sometimes very unfortunate to listen and unfortunate to say that some farmers commit suicide. So that's really painful. So obviously, so these are the people who are cultivating something, they are producing something, and because of those farmers, so we are eating something. And unfortunately, the fate of those farmers is very, very sad. So then what should be done? So obviously the government has to take measures. Both central government and state government always talk in terms of the in favor of the agriculture people. So right now, Niti Ayog member Vivek Debroy, so he started Niti Ayog member Vivek Debroy. So he started talking in terms of the idea of imposing the tax on farm income. So obviously, this some time back, various people have also spoken about the, this imposing tax on this farm income, right? So obviously, what will happen? That will generate some revenue to the government, but definitely you are increasing the burden on the farmers. So when this proposal has come out from the mouth of this Vivek Debroy, Immediately, that was condemned by the Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog itself made it very, very clear that this is the personal opinion of Vivek Debroy, but not the opinion of the Niti Aayog. And obviously, whenever the people who are in the higher positions, if they speak something that shows the intention of the government, intention of the higher authorities to do something, and when it goes in favor of any section of the society, so there will be, complete criticism. The same thing happened on this. For this reason, yesterday, the Finance Minister of India, Mr. Arun Jaitley, had to give a clarification. He gave a clarification mentioning that there is no such idea from the government side to impose a tax on farm income. Is it okay? Now, look at this. Niti Aayog member Vivek Debroy backed the idea of taxing farm incomes beyond a threshold. If it is beyond a threshold, meaning beyond a particular limit, if you are earning, you need to pay. That was the idea. But the Finance Minister of India said that the center has no plan to impose any tax on agriculture income. And the Niti Aayog also distanced itself from the Broy's comment, saying that it was his personal opinion and not its view, as it did not make any recommendation of any such tax. Supreme Court on Aadhaar-PAN linkage, just now I told you. So this is the statement made by Justice Honorable Justice A.K. Sikri. We as a citizens are like that. We don't want to pay taxes. Shame on us. So this is what he said. So with respect to the before going further, you all must be aware of this great actor, legend, Mr. Vinod Khanna. And Mr. Vinod Khanna, you must be aware of this. So many films, in so many films he acted, and he's a versatile actor, and he has his own style. And he's no more. So he passed away, and we all pray that may his soul be rest in peace. So next one is the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. And last time in the assembly elections, we saw that Aam Aadmi Party got almost all the assembly seats in Delhi. Out of 70, it won 67. That is really, really wonderful. And people of Delhi, they really trusted Aam Aadmi Party. But over a period of time, what happened? Aam Aadmi Party, more than concentrating, rather than concentrating on the issues that are related to Delhi, it started concentrating on the issues that are related to various states. And especially Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, he wanted to spread like anything. Of course, there is no, this limitation for spreading. But so whenever you want to spread, first of all, you try to solve these problems which are present in your area. And Arvind Kejriwal has started looking at various other states, and he also wanted to play a very crucial role even in the formation of the central government. Like so many things happened. That is the reason why they contested from Goa, Punjab, and various states they have, contested. And the recent elections of Municipal Corporation of Delhi, 3 MCDs, the results went against Aam Aadmi Party. And BJP has won all the 3 municipal corporations. So now what you can do? Arvind Kejriwal and some other people, of course, Arvind Kejriwal congratulated BJP, and he said that he is going to work with the BJP government. That's fine, okay. But some of the people who belong to Aam Aadmi Party, again, they started criticizing the electronic voting machines, EVMs. Right, so they blamed EVMs, which is really very unfortunate, and of course that matter is last week also we have discussed, that is being considered very seriously, but not every mission cannot be done like this. So, but the point is that BJP won all the 3 MCDs. So now it shows that maybe in Uttar Pradesh, maybe in Uttarakhand, so like this, or this Goa. Of course, in Goa also the BJP has formed the government. So that shows the this strengthening of a political party in certain areas. So It is a time for rest of the political parties also to develop the relations with the people, and they should start working from the ground level, and they have to strengthen themselves. After all, we are living in a democracy. People will vote only for the political party which assures them certain things and which really delivers certain things. Find that this is the real democracy, in fact. Otherwise, every 5 years we get the elections and we vote for some other political party if we are not happy with the existing political party. That's the reason why the political parties must be very, 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 very cautious. And finally, what I would like to say is that it was a very uh, comfortable victory for BJP in MCDs. Fine. And that's all for the day. And I'll see you tomorrow with more current affairs. Till then, I wish you all very, very, very good luck. Take very good care of yourself. See you in the next class. Thank you.